What it do, my peeps? This is your boy P9 coming at you with another video, and it is Thanksgiving Day 2022, and I am in downtown Decatur, Alabama. Decatur, Alabama is a town that is roughly 20 to 30 minutes west of Huntsville. Huntsville, which is now the largest city in the state of Alabama. It has surpassed Birmingham as the largest city, and right now I'm in Decatur. Again, that's about 20 to 30 minutes west of Huntsville. So this is 2nd Avenue around the intersection of Gordon Drive, and this is the downtown area. As you can see, a lot of here's like a little ice cream parlor, so with the benches right here, so apparently you can get your ice cream or your sundae and come sit out here. And it's much too cold for that right now because it's Thanksgiving, it's the fall, but today actually is not too bad. It's actually in the mid 60s. I think it's like 66 degrees outside right now, so it's relatively warm compared to how it's been the past couple of weeks or so. 66 degrees, extremely cloudy, but not bad in terms of the temperature is concerned. So yeah, as typical as many small towns that have a smaller towns, or Decatur's not really it's not a super small town, but it's about 50-60,000 people strong. So it's a relatively mid-sized town, but they do have kind of like the little small town downtown Main Street vibe going on here. So you see a lot of like family owned businesses, mom and pop shops. You see that a lot down here. Go ahead and cross over here. Now, for those who don't know, Decatur is actually located on the banks of the Tennessee River, which we will see a little later. I'm gonna go to around the riverfront area, and it's also home to Fort Mallard Park, or is it? No, it's Point Mallard Park, I believe. Make sure I get it right, get the name right. But it is located on the Tennessee River, on the banks of the Tennessee River in the Tennessee Valley. So you'll see, I like this right here. Yeah. It's a little arch. So apparently this is kind of like the we're like around the arts district of Decatur. Goes a little mural right there. It's very isolated and desolate today. Not anybody out here. Of course, everybody's at home with their families. I would be the random person that's out here all by my lonesome. Well, there's actually a couple of people. I saw one person back there a few minutes ago walking their dog. But you know, for the most part, yeah, it's like a ghost town. If this was the Wild Wild West, you would probably see a ball of twine rolling across the street. You know. But this is to be expected. I was out on, I went out on Thanksgiving. I actually ate me something. I went and got some grub from Golden Corral. You know, didn't feel like cooking. So, you know, sometimes you let someone else do the cooking for you and you go and pig out. That's exactly what I did. So what better way to spend the rest of your day than to kind of explore. And it's pretty cool, you know. It gets getting out and exploring nature, being out with the elements. Got a construction site over here. Looks like they're building a hotel. Yep, PhD hotels. Okay, there it goes. You probably can't see it, but from over here it looks like they're building a Fairfield by Marriott. I see a image right over here, basically a rendering of what the Fairfield is expected to look like once it is fully constructed. I mean, they're building a Fairfield downtown, which means it's the city's growing. It looks like it's a growing city itself, you know, just like Huntsville, but just on a smaller scale. We got a mellow mushroom. I think the entire greater Huntsville area, because Huntsville and Decatur are basically within the same combined statistical metropolitan area. So obviously Huntsville's bigger, but they're both part of the combined statistical area. So I believe Decatur in its own right is growing as well. I mean, since if they're building a new hotel, that means also that it could potentially be like a, you know, it might be like a kind of like a touristy type spot too, you know. I mean, it is by the river. A lot of these river cities do attract a lot of people. You know, a lot of the wildlife, the Wheeler Lake Wildlife Recreational Area is not that far from here either. You know, here's a theater. It looks like it's the Princess Theater, Center for Performing Arts. So yeah, you can see right there, it's the exterior of it. As you can see, the signage, Princess. It's like a historical landmark right here in downtown. Let me see. So it's a performing arts venue, actually built in the Art Deco style form of architecture. So it's yeah, it's definitely old school. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the arts district, because across the street over here, it looks like they have what's called the Alabama Center for the Arts. Looks like a relatively modern building too. Looks like it hasn't been there too long, you know. As you can see, they got the Christmas decorations up, of course. Now it looked like we're coming over to kind of like the administrative buildings, kind of like the central portion of downtown. I'll make my way up this way. Well, I am back, and here I am over here at historic Rhodes Ferry Park, right here on the historic waterfront here in Decatur, on the banks of the Tennessee River. And as you can see, there's a playground over here. There's a bunch of park benches. There's a little pavilion over there, or gazebo, whatever you want to call it, over there, where there's a few benches as well. And here is a plaque of information that talks a lot about how the Cherokee Indians were forcefully removed from this here land right here at Rhodes Ferry Park. Cherokee people were forcibly removed in the Trail of Tears. You know, so this is the Tennessee Valley where they once occupied. So, and it's not only this part, all across the South, a lot of the Native Americans, Cherokee, Choctaw, you name it, a lot of them were forcibly removed from their land, their native soil, and forced to move to modern day Midwest, like around Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, all of those places. But this is where their original land was. And apparently right here, his plaque says that this was once the site of Benson Field, a football stadium that was up and running for about 16 years. And right over there, you can see a highway bridge. I think that's Highway 72 that leads into the city portion of Decatur. And here's a little gazebo right here that leads to the waterfront. You can see some other buildings over there. Looks like that's like a waterfront apartment building right over there. And here's another plaque. And again, this plaque symbolizes where the Cherokee Trail of Tears. This is where, again, various Native American people, particularly the Cherokee, were removed. As you can see right here, I'm gonna keep it right here. So if you want to view this video and freeze frame it and read the entirety of this plaque, you will be able to do so. Now we're getting to the banks of the river, and right here okay, here's a railroad tracks right here. It's a railroad tracks, and right across there it looks like a railroad bridge. So you can see the tracks right here. And they got a little ramp that leads down. A little ramp that leads down to some rocks over here by the water, as you can see. And again, there goes the bridge. Looks like a little factory over there in the background as well. So that's like the industrial part of the city. Yep, there goes a train. There's a freight train that's going across the railroad bridge over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys can see it. Like I see some people over there fishing as well. So it's a place you can come and fish. And there goes the Wheeler Lake Wildlife Refuge, where there's a lot of boating and fishing that occurs over in that area as well. Yep, that freight train going across that bridge. This is the first time I've actually seen a train cross a actual railroad bridge. I've seen them cross flat, you know, flat railroad tracks. I see that all the time, but you know, at grade railroad tracks. I see that a lot, but this is the first time again that I've actually seen them cross an elevated bridge over water. Actually not too bad of a day to be out and about and enjoying nature. It's Thanksgiving Day again, so you're not going to see a ton of people out. And on top of that, it's a bit cloudy and overcast, but the sun is out and the temperature is warm for it to be a fall almost winter day. You know, we're approaching winter in a few weeks, so it's good to take advantage of the few warm days that we do have left. So, you know, it's all good. Decatur, yeah. know, it would have really been nice to see. It would have been nice to see a steamboat go across the river. There's actually a steamboat. There's like a steamboat over actually in the Montgomery River in Montgomery, Alabama, at their riverfront. That's pretty neat. So next time I go to Montgomery, I'm gonna do a video out there. But that's pretty much it. It's like a little senior living facility right here. It's close to the riverfront. So I'm pretty sure that the staff brings out the senior citizens every now and then to come check out the river. Well, that wraps up this video. Just wanted to get some footage of the riverfront area of Decatur. In my next video, next time I'm out this way, I'm gonna go visit Fort Mallard Park. That should be pretty fun. That should be a pretty good little excursion, little stroll. So until then, thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, please subscribe or push that like button